Hello, everybody, and welcome to Houston SimWorld Sports Arena for our doubleheader here on SimWorld TV. I'm B-Ron alongside Rick Blaze. Blaze, how you doing, man? Once again, it's good to be here in the hometown, your hometown of Houston.
Yes, sir. Hey, I'm happy to be here back home where the girls are fine, and I got my wine. I'm ready.
And hopefully we have a fine game here in our hands too. H-Town versus SimWorld Atlantis. H-Town entering 12-6 on the season. And first three-pointer goes for H-Town getting themselves on the board, but Atlantis comes in 7-10, 1-4 in the last 5 games. Rick, this is a game where we have two teams who have coaching issues, some would say.
Yeah.
UB Brown coming back on as the interim head coach after Coach Ray Fox got fired from the head coaching job here in H-Town.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, I gotta start.
No, that's all right.
Station identification. That's Mr. Vince. I can do magic with a great move off the glass.
Vince and Magic, he loves doing things like that. And then on H-Town or on Atlantis' side of things, rather, Marcus Wood, head coach for them. There's been talk of him, you know. Whereas we had Fox being non-communicative, Wood, on the other hand, it seems like there is a lack of adjustments being made during games. One of those things of he's there in body and everything else, but is he really there in other ways? If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on, but I tell you what, he's going to make some adjustments during this game, or his team will get blown out. They'll get the doors blown off of them on today, I guarantee. I also noticed that Coach Brown, in his first game back, made a lot of change for H-Town. Cam Jones has been activated in the starting lineup. He's a really, really good outside shooter, so we'll see how that works for the new lineup for the H-Town Hoopers.
Yeah, and there's a lot of new things for this H-Town team, and you know, when we're at this point in the season where we are, Rick, it seems like maybe there comes a point where you have to find out who your stars are, and we really don't know that about H-Town as of yet. You know, you can name, Aaron Payne, Vincent Magic, Keith and Carter. Those four come to mind. Tyrell Thompson come to mind immediately. But, who out of those is your true star player or star players, if that makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, they have the usual, but I think, again, it's about setting the lineup up. I see Vincent Magic is at that point now, which I think is where he should be all along. Vince Magic is a very, 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 very good player. And I think the point guard position is his natural position. And they'll go along with Atlantis and say, look, listen, some of these other teams, let's just be honest. All y'all guys bottom, all y'all not making it to the race to win. So, in my opinion, I would give some of the new guys or some of the guys who's coming back next year, I'd give them a chance to go ahead and start and see what they got. Like for some teams, you're playing for next, charge.
Oh, wow.
That's a good call. Some teams you're playing for next year already. You know you're not getting to the race of one. So let the young guys, let the young fellas, the young bulls get in there, get them a chance, see what they can do. That way you know what you have coming into next season, and you can start planning for that now. This season is lost for some teams possibly, so you need to start planning ahead for next season, and that time can start now for you.
And Atlantis, they are currently in 4th in their division, the Atlantic division, which is one of the tougher divisions in SimWorld Hoops. But that is with as good as that division is, as there's a out of bounds there from Vince Magic.
I'm bragging on Vince Magic, and he's playing point guard, and he goes and do something like this. Make me look bad, Vince. Get it together.
But when you have a team like Atlantis, who, like I said, they're only 7-10, but they're 4th in the division. So I mean, they could very well be out of it at this point in the season. But both of these teams, they have shown the ability to stay in games or come back into games. They have no business doing either of those things in. So we'll see what happens tonight in this game, Rick. I'm not sure what your prediction is for this, but if I could get one from you, what do you have for me?
Yeah, I got H-Town by 12.
12? Okay. All right. Not a bad pick there.
Man, Keith and Carter keep shooting like that, though. I don't know.
Yeah, Keith and Carter normally a good shooter. Unfortunately, couldn't get that.
No, he's not. Stop. B-Run, you're a nice guy. I gave you the award for the nicest guy award. I see why. He's not a good shooter. He's a volume shooter.
Volume shooter. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's a volume shooter. You go look at the stats. The number 5 won't be 50% will be nowhere near his name. He's a volume shooter.
We're gonna take a quick timeout. Come right back. Give it the rest of the first quarter.
For a big smile out of you, you're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or
Still to be happy about.
you're up 2-0?
Job's not finished. Job finished? I don't think so.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Houston. Reminder for tomorrow, we have a triple header of action. First game starting at 7. It's the Yacht Club in Steamboat Oceana. And at 8, it'll be Beyond the Arch versus Southeast Select. And then the 9 o'clock game is Best Coast versus the H-Town Hoopers. So we'll see H-Town again tomorrow night.
Hey, man, I love to see my squad do their thing. Again, I hope to... good move! Good foul. I love a good foul. I ain't gonna lie. I love a really good foul. I respect it.
Very good foul there, not allowing the Harold Thompson there to have the easy look. Well, I guess it would have been an easy look in his head because he had to, go under the hoop and wrap around for it. But the foul by Smythe, there's also some free throws here. First of the night for H-Town. And H-Town on
talking about.
We were talking about.
Thompson.
Yeah, we were. We were earlier. Sorry, we were talking about Thompson and how he's essentially a star.
Yeah.
Could be a star for H-Town.
Yeah, he has a lot of good skill set. As a big, I like this game. I think they're now starting to feature him a little bit more than they had earlier in the season. And this guy's really, really, really good. Really talented player. Yeah,
him and Aaron Payne have been a very deadly combination there in the painted area for H-Town this season. With Aaron Payne's defense and the way that Harold Thompson can do a bit of both very well, in my opinion, what I've seen anyway.
Agreed.
Him and Payne this season have been a very good combo. Free ball up, no good. Struggling to shoot from deep at the beginning of the game.
Who shot that? Who shot that shot?
I believe that was Keith and Carter, but
Oh yeah, I turned my head for a second. I had to sneeze. I didn't see it, but I heard it, and it sounded like a Keith and Carter shot.
Shot clock winding down here on possession of the 3 ball. That one does go. Bottom of a bucket. Oh, Carter. Go.
Took the decline.
That's one I haven't heard in a while. I like that one. Using that one more.
Was that Rashad Johnson with a 3?
Okay. That was Rashad Johnson.
Getting some few minutes off the bench. He hasn't gotten a lot of time this season. Was good to see him making use of that time when he does get in.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about, really. You have to get your minutes where you can, and when you get them, make the most of them. And it seems like that some of these kids are struggling with the lack of minutes that they're getting. Any thoughts on that, Rick? From everywhere,
I don't know. I don't want to put it all on the kids. I'm gonna put a lot of the Hornets on the coaches, because I don't know what these coaches are telling these kids. If you coming in telling these kids, oh yeah, you're gonna be the next best thing, and we're gonna start you here, and I'm gonna get you, and you don't do that, then that's on you. You're lying to these kids. Or in some instances, the coach will say that, then the coach goes ghost, or the coach gets fired, or the coach quits, or whatever the case may be. And now this kid is committed to this team, and he was told something, and somebody else new comes in and wants to do their own thing. So he's just stuck in limbo. So I'm not gonna put it all on the kids. I think the coaches do bear some of the fault for how these kids are acting as prima donnas. I just say this: the best coaches have their teams and their kids understanding what the hell is going on the team.
I definitely agree with you there. It's great defense there from H-Town. Not one, but 2 looks at the basket there from Atlantis. There's Martin Genoff. Ooh, nasty move there into the fadeaway jumper from Genoff.
Yeah, and I don't know what Martin Genoff in the last few games has been what I would call losing his mind offensively. But now that Coach Brown is back, I don't know if he's going to reel Martin Janoff in. I don't know if anybody can reel him in at this point. Oh, thank you very much. But I don't know if anybody can reel in Martin Janoff at this point in time. I think he's just going rogue.
Janoff was reminded he played for Symbols Europe last season, so he comes over here to the States, to Houston, to H-Town, and I feel like now that he's here, he wants to show more of his game, and that resulted in him, as you said, losing his mind a little bit lately. Better or worse in some cases.
Yeah, for sure. But Atlantis is sticking in this game so far. Both teams are shooting a terrible percentage, so whatever team can get it hot offensively has the chance to put a big lead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when you see a shooting percentage like we've seen here to begin the game, Rick, is it a case in this situation of good defense, or is it poor offense and shot selection?
It's poor offense and shot selection. I'm looking at it. I haven't seen any defense that's really just locking nobody up. He's just first of all he traveled, but that got missed. But it's just been poor offense and shot selection so far.
Well, they've got a little around 10 seconds left in the first quarter of play here. Again, 8-minute quarters here in Cimarron Hoops. Going inside. Game clock winding down. Aaron Payne ends the quarter with a block. Get that out of here. First quarter comes to a close. 15-12. H-Town on top. Come back for the second quarter here in Houston. Second quarter action getting ready to begin here in H-Town. The Hoopers are out to a 15-12 lead. In the first quarter, that was very sloppy from both sides in the shooting department. Rick.
Yeah, it was a battle of attrition. Both teams were really raggedy coming out the gate. Kidd led this team with 4 points, and Rashard Johnson actually lead H-Town out the first quarter with 3 points. Keithan Carter specifically is 1 for 6. So yeah, there's that. Good block, boy. Get that junk out of here.
Yeah, it has not been a good start to the game for Keithan Carter. And again, for both sides, shooting has not been their specialty at all to begin this game. We'll see if that changes here as the second quarter gets going. The 1-point ball game now with that one, though.
Yeah, this Atlantis team is scrappy. They won a few games. They lost a few games. They put a few win streaks together. They're a scrappy team. It's not a team you want to play. Look at my man Gino. Ice cream scoop, baby. It's called an ice cream castle. That's the ice cream castle lake. That's what I call that.
Sweet one. I like it. Sweet move there from Janoff. Makes it a 3-point game again. But yeah, Rick, I definitely do, agree with you in the sense that this is not been the great time for both teams shooting the ball, and they have to find ways to make the most of their opportunities when they give and take better shots overall. Atlantis is a scrappy team. I mentioned it in my May recap article for them for the Atlantic Division. They're a scrappy team, and they've proven that all season. And again, past month we saw. So you'll probably see it again here if things continue this way. They can hang around in this game and make it something here at the end, potentially.
And I'm curious because I'm trying to figure something out. If I'm Atlantis, why do you keep trying number 22? Like he's probably not the guy you when you see his big behind overshadowing you, pass the ball, son. You're gonna get embarrassed.
Yeah, that's not a good look. That almost was in the traffic though.
If you'd have caught the alley, that'd have been on two people who also jumped in the air. That would have been top 10, number 1 for the next 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's number
Somebody
1.
would have died up there in the air. Y'all call timeout too. Somebody's checking their heart rate right now.
H-Town following their second timeout of the game here. If you are new, this is your first time checking this out, and you want to be a VU, well, yeah, right. First, shame on you, but secondly, come up and join us and be a VU here in our Simro universe. Players and coaches looking for both of those. You get all the information in the Discord, as well as discord.gg/simro.nba. You get all the information in there for us being a player or being a coach. If you got the game, come be a player. Got the brain, well, come be a coach. H-Town could use you. Right, Rick?
Hey, man. Look, now's the time if you're a coach. I don't know, you got to go through the proper channels, but you can get on some of these winning programs right before the race to 1 and really put your stamp and your identity on this team. And you can be known as the coach to win the first season of SimWorld.
Right.
You could be that coach still. There are some opportunities still available, some good teams with opportunities still available. Go ahead and stamp your name, get down in the record books as being the coach, the first coach to win the first year of season.
Yeah, that's one way to earn bragging rights for sure.
For sure. And you're in the history books forever.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Another block from H-Town.
When that tall tree is going to fall on you, boy. Mismatch. They got a mouse in the house.
Gotta get it to Payne inside. He got the advantage on his small defender.
Well, they're not getting enough.
Not giving it to him.
This thing.
Instead, Keaton Carter.
Nope. Keaton's not passing it.
That probably puts him at what, 1 for 7, 1 for 8 now to begin the game for Carter.
Yes, he's
not a good look for Carter here in this one at all. I think he's pressing a little bit too much. And maybe a little is an understatement, but rebound up and good second chance goes for.
Hey, this Atlantis team they're scrapping it out, man. 19-17, they have a 2-point lead. If they can hang around, anything can happen in the fourth. Everybody knows that in SimWorld. Anybody can win on any given night. In SimWorld. Is that Keith in the game with another shot?
Aaron Payne.
I came to bring the pain.
To tie the game back up, and you asked, was Keith Carter who took that shot. That was Vincent Magic who took that one, I believe, number 4. It was Carter. 3 of the 4 looked clean to me, apparently, on these jerseys. But it was Keith Carter who took that shot. And Keith Carter draws a foul here. It's his second of the game.
Well, he's filling up the stat sheet tonight, that's for sure.
He for sure is. If Keontae Smythe's going to get his chance at some free throws here. To get one, they'll put Atlantis ahead for the time being. See if they can get at least one here. Alright, that one didn't fall. But while you're here watching the game on YouTube, be sure to like the stream, number 1, and number 2. Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. You're already here, you may as well do it.
You already here, might as well do it. I like it. I live by that code personally on my everyday life. When you're already here, you might as well do it.
You're already here, man. May as well hit that subscribe button and get all the updates and all the things that are going on here. So we have all our podcasts and things on here on the channel. Besides our live games, obviously. There are a few podcasts here. The March Pod, Rick's Plays and Takes. It's now it's going to be airing every day, which is awesome, Rick, my personal opinion. The world needs more of those. The world needs more Aaron Payne dunks as well.
Hey, so now I get it. So I see you since I see what they're doing in their 2-man game. Keaton shoots it, he misses it, and then Aaron Payne picks it up and dunks it back. That's the 2-man game they're running right now. It's working though.
It's working
Good call,
somehow.
Coach Brown. Coach Brown with a nice game plan. I didn't see the offensive strategy coming. It's working though. I say stick with it.
Just like they drew it up.
Give it to Keith. Give it to number 3. There you go. Shoot that. Shoot it 3. Let 22 pick it up. There we
There's
go.
the 3. No, does
20,
not fall.
22. You didn't go to the basket. 22. That's your fault. Keith did his part, and you didn't do yours.
It seems like every time he's gotten the ball now, he's taking a shot, and it has
nice
not worked at
move.
all. Beautiful spin move into the fading layup. There's Theo Hilton getting that one to go. Leads the team in score.
Run that play, Coach Brown. Run that play.
There's Thompson here trying to force his way in.
That's not the play. That ain't the play we're talking about. It's a 2-man game. Keith and Carter and Aaron Payne.
Might need to work on, getting more of a 2-man game involved by getting some screens for Aaron Payne, letting him roll to the basket and letting him dunking everybody. Also not a bad game plan. Kid
This
now
is a dangerous game for H-Town.
It really is. It really is.
This is a dangerous game H-Town is playing right now.
Exactly. And there's another timeout for the Hoopers as Atlanta extends their lead to 3, 24-21 with just over 2 minutes left in the second quarter. 2:06 left. We're going to take a quick break, come right back for the rest of the second quarter here in H-Town. Welcome back to H-Town, everyone. Atlantis 3-point lead, 24-21, 2:06 left here in the first half of play. We have Aaron Payne already on record watch, perhaps. He's only 3 away from tying the single season record for blocks in a game this season, which is 9.
Yes, we're in the second quarter. He has 6 already. So the record is 9. So he can. I think he has a chance to actually beat the record here in Houston. With Derrick Long has the record for 9 for Long Beach. So he can beat he can beat the fellow Texan record with 10 today. We'll see. We'll stay and watch for that.
Yep.
Lone Star. I say Long Beach.
Lone Star. Yep.
Star.
I knew what you meant. Ooh, beautiful shot from
Blaine Kid. Let Kid, free that kid. He came out hot. He's one of the best players in Seymour the first couple of months of the season. He's been ice cold since then.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Rick. He came on and immediately got a triple-double in the first game of the season for Atlantis, mind you. And they played well in a couple of games after that. Really made his mark, got ranked. And like I said, since then, it's been a little quiet.
Yeah.
Now, Kid is the ranked 37th in the Seymour Hoops rankings right now. So it's not that he hasn't fallen out of that, so to speak.
Yeah, but he was looking like a top 10 guy early on.
Right.
And who's to say he doesn't have the top 10 talent still again? A lot of it is on the coaching, on the scheme. They have to put him in position to win.
Thompson gets inside and gets the easy shot to fall. Now a 2-point Atlantis lead. Coming towards the end of the first half here. We'll see if Atlantis can extend the lead or if it's able to cut it down. Not on that one. Aaron Payne does not get the block. Instead, it's a two-handed dunk.
You gotta go two hands against Aaron Payne because he will make you pay for it.
Will. I think the only reason why I didn't get blocked my personal opinion went with two hands. Final 5 seconds of the first half coming away to the end. Tyrell Thompson can't get the shot off and gets the shot stolen from him before halftime. Hits 29-25. Simone Atlantis is in the lead, and we have seen a very poor shooting from both sides to begin the game. Defense, mostly Aaron Payne, has picked up here in the second quarter as well. Again, he's on record watch. So we spoke about it a little bit off of during the timeout, but what's it going to take for one of these teams to really get the big advantage going into the second half?
Oh, it's really simple. The first team to shoot 40% is going to win. Right now, they're both shooting 32 and 37% respectively. The first team to get to the 40s, shooting percentage-wise, is going to win. That's just the way it's going to go.
Yeah, I think the way this is going, I definitely either team shooting well. Hopefully that'll turn around with the second half coming up. Come right back for it. We'll get you back here to H-Town very soon. Second half of action.
Mix my Belvedere, whatever clear, cause I'm still a thug. This is the remix, nigga, so bang this here in your truck.
Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet, with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, it was born to parlay. Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet, with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay. I'm still reclining, letting the top down, diamonds glaring, remixed it, and now we got the whole world staying. See, it's true, playboy, we representing that text. Boulder so big you can't fit it round my neck. Dragging my knuckles on the floor cause the bracelet is sitting so heavy. Dog, I need a hand. You can call me the lumber man like Paul Bunyan. Cause I get all my steaks and my funyuns in 2x4. Mansion doors pull up on big screen. Sitting in the hot tub, I'm looking so clean. Bling bling. Yes sir, ballin' became a habit. I'm blowing up on this cabbage, I'm flying across sea. Got no threes with the sprees. Man, I got the beat knocking. Bob's watching cause it's hit for hit. Featuring Red, AJ, and CT up on the remix. For the fly ladies and Louis Vuitton teams. Independent women out making they fucking cream. Get your fetty, baby, cause it's oh so lovely. We sipping bubbly in a day. And we riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast, baby, we was born to parlay. Riding sideways, candy dripping wet, remixed it. Now we in our private jet with the candy wet, and we gon' sit it sideways. Third coast.
Welcome back. Second half action getting underway here. Atlantis the ball first. Now we flip sides, Rick. Hopefully the lids will come off for both teams. In the first half, shooting was not good. And hopefully that'll turn around here.
Yeah, the good news is B-Run, there hasn't been much stoppage in the game, so it's been going.
Right.
It's been terrible. It's been really fast. It's like watching a really fast accident.
Yeah, exactly. As Zilberman gets up on the board, beginning the second half of play here. 32-25. This is a very winnable game for Atlantis with the way it is now.
Very winnable game for Atlantis. Yes.
And there's a prompt turnover for H-Town. Stepping on the line.
Vince Magic must be wearing somebody else's shoe sizes. So I can't believe he don't know where the baseline is on his own home court. He must not be wearing his own shoes.
I think, from what I'm seeing, I think he's playing a little too fast. Looks like he's playing faster than normal tonight for whatever reason, and that's what's caused those two turnovers that we saw. That were both the result of him sitting on the line. Slow down, young man. Take your time. Three ball from Magic does not go.
Yeah, they are offensively just looking terrible right now. H-Town. Offensively, they look really bad. This is a very winnable game for Atlantis. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna go out and say if they can string about 8 points in a row together right now, H-Town might lay down for them in the third quarter.
Zilberman three? No, they almost had 6 right there. 6 points in a matter of a few minutes.
Good move.
But there's 4. So there it is. They're halfway there, Rick.
Yeah, they get 4 more points unanswered. I think H-Town will lay down. H-Town is gonna go sleep in the pillow.
And it's so strange because we've seen this H-Town team look really good at points this season, but again, a lot of that had to do with the coaching at that point in time. And then the lack of coaching has seen them, fall down, so to speak, in a lot of ways.
There's 6.
Smythe gets another one. It's the second one in a row, I believe. It's starting to get to the point where, like you said, Rick, it could be getting out of hand here potentially, but Vincent Magic is not so fast, my friend.
I like that. That's a good old step on. That's a good old step on your shoe move. Make him fall down. I like that. That's a better move. I use that one myself at the park.
Hey, it's clean for the most part, You're not getting a foul call on you for anything like that, but the answer right back from Atlantis. It was
teams like Atlantis, man, you got to give it up for those guys. They fly a long ways to play this game. Good block. And no one wants to come all the way out here and get their stuff pushed in. So Atlantis come out here with bringing a fight to H-Town. And they're kicking a dog while he's down, but that's not their problem.
Nope, Silverman drives. Nope, but gets the rebound. Lane Kid can't get the second chance shot either. And, in a game like this, I know we've seen H-Town struggle, but we have to keep in mind that we've seen them also this season multiple times come back from deficits that they had no business coming back from. And this is manageable. It's 10 points. And landed the first time up.
That's a good layup by Keith McCarthy. I think he needs to continue to take the ball to the basket. Lay off the jump shots. We worry about those tomorrow, but tonight, take it to the basket, young man.
Especially when your shot's not falling in. As a reminder, following this game, we will have the second of our SimWorld doubleheader tonight. And that is the Bay Area Breakers hosting the Yacht Club. Rick, any predictions for that one or thoughts on Trey Hyman's comments earlier today? He's been very active talking about Dominic Bianco and all that stuff.
He was in my nominees for guys who be in their bags. So he's my top 3 of guys. So he was in his bag, and he was doing a beautiful job of being in his bag. They have the squad to back it up. Now, I'm sure Trey is saying when he's standing on streets in the locker room telling these guys, hey, don't maybe look stupid out here. Make sure y'all come out here and play hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because his bag, you don't want to end up find out your bag has a hole in it at the end of the night because your team's lost. But this is a really big game for Yacht Club. But I'm really interested in seeing this loss that ATL is about to receive because Marsh opened his mouth and did for tonight.
Oh man, yeah, that is gonna be a fun time to see how that second game of the night on SimWorld TV turns out. There are some other games going on as well around SimWorld Hoops, which we can get you updates on when we get time. But there's a shooting foul on Adowu.
That's a good drive. You get to go to the line, get 2 freebies, and he has a really nice throw too. I respect it.
Yeah, it's Darian Hunt at the line for Atlantis. I'm reading that right. He's from Hawaii, if I'm reading my sheet right over here. California. There's another player on here that's from Hawaii or something like that. Maybe if they're with somebody else, but Irvine, California, Darian Hunt is from. And they're now 40 points, Rick. I know you mentioned 40% earlier, but 40 points, that might also be a benchmark to look at.
Well, according to Seed, what is this? They're not getting to 69 tonight. No one knows.
First 69,
so they're not making it to 69. So we'll say the first 2 49. We'll make it 49 tonight.
I was going to say 59, but you'd be a little more generous. You know me.
Oh, he got him.
Oh,
that Martin Gino, man. He's, I think the H-Town not having a coach is the best thing ever happened to Martin Gino because he's just going wild right now. His last 3 games, he's just been going wild.
Going wild indeed. That was a pretty move to get the points for his team. Hunt can't get that one to go. You had to force that one up there. Unfortunately,
And Sean can cut this lead down from double digits. This is a big basket. Gino with the shot.
Unable to do it there was Genoff. 3:25 to go here in the third quarter of play. The defense here not allowing his man to get by him. With the pass inside. That's so beautifully for the assist.
If you're H-Town, you want to try to end this third quarter with less than 10. You want to hit run the Keaton caught the Aaron Payne play.
The old reliable play. The last bucket there for Atlantis was from one of the new players on their team.
Here we go. Here we go. Run that play.
Shot clock winding down. Genoff three. It is good at the end of the shot clock, beating it. That's what we call the big shot clock cheese, my friend. Exhibiting a little bit of that. They're going to need a lot more of that and a lot more defense to get this lead down, continue to get this lead down. And there's a turnover.
Baseline invincible over there. What's going on? Did they do it with invincible paint? Because no one can see it. Apparently no one can see the out of bounds line but the refs.
The paint's a little bit thicker tonight on that side of the court.
Do we need 3D goggles for that side of the court?
Baseline has not been kind to anybody tonight on either side. 3 ball, that is short. Gotta get your legs under you.
He has the mindset of he has the mentality of a goldfish. Meaning he's not the memory of a goldfish. I mean, he's gonna just forget as soon as he shoot it, and the next shot he doesn't remember. He missed his last 8 shots.
He's just gonna go.
I love that mentality. Goldfish memory.
So, sometimes I know what it takes to be a good shooter. You know, shooters shoot. Is that what they say, Rick?
Yeah, but sometimes you got to know when to hold it and know when to fold it.
Agreed. I'll get with you there. I think, like you said, he does need to try to go and get some shots inside the fall. That'll get his confidence up, and maybe at least get him into some of a rhythm. You can be a volume shooter all you want, but if your shot's not falling, then you're shooting to shoot at that point.
You gotta go too big. You play down for me. If I'm H-Town starts with either Tyrell or Payne down low, and I'm gonna go inside out. They're not making free throws right now. It's a tough sled right there, right now for them. So I will go inside out to my big so we can get some easy buckets, and try to get ourselves back in this game.
I like that decision, like that call. We'll see if that happens, and if they do go to their bigs more, they get 1 or 2 at the line in the book. I think that's a good start. Your bigs can score, and they have the potential to be dominant bigs. You just have to let them do it, I think. Because we know that Thompson can do it. Aaron Payne, while not known for his offense, can produce on that side of the floor.
All right, and it just gets you a shot at them closer to the basket.
Right, exactly. The easier shots are the ones closer to the hoop. That's just facts. There's a big 3 from Darian Hunt.
And Hunt looks over at Keith and says, "I'll show you how to do this, son."
Yeah, that was a
Keith don't
better
care. Keith don't keep fooling though. Keith is a man possessed, and he don't give a damn by nobody or nothing right now.
He is shooting himself and his team in the foot, literally and figuratively tonight.
I think it's bigger than the foot. He's going for the chest right now. He's doing headshots. Those are the headshots he's shooting. Passed the foot long time ago.
Fair enough.
Come back and say, you meant to do this, good sir?
They, in this case, the answer to keeping Carter missing shots is Atlantis making their 3-pointers. And once again, shot doesn't go. Second chance for Carter, though, is good.
But he's 3 for 15. I think he's 3 for 15 this game. And I don't think I'm saying that wrong. I think he's 3 for 15 this game.
We'll definitely have to check on that here as the quarter ends. Wayne kicks that back 3, no good. And that's going to end the third quarter. Atlantis 51-37 lead. We'll see if they can hold on to it as the fourth quarter is set to begin. Come Come right back here, the Cimarron Sports Arena for it. Fourth quarter time, folks, here. 51-37. Cimarron Atlantis has the lead. This will be one of my most unenthused put those fours away when it's fourth quarter time, because Atlantis is in control of this game comfortably. H-Town has not looked the best in this one. They've not done a good job shooting. We have seen them come back multiple times this season, Rick, but I don't think we'll see one here tonight. It could happen. It could. But, you know, what do you think?
I mean, they've done it so many times this season. Oh, that's a nice shot by Blaine Kidd. But that was a different team. This team is not the same H-Town teams from a month and a half ago. That team a month and a half ago played a lot of confidence, a lot of poise. They had better direction on what they were doing offensively and defensively, which allowed them able to come back from game to game. This team here looks lost. And my man Keithan Carter's not doing many solid favors. We checked the stat sheets. He's shooting an abysmal 3 for 17. Son, my man, at this point, you shouldn't have arms to shoot the basketball. You should only be passing and playing defense. Because 3 for 17, my man, is not going to cut it on any day of the week.
And, you know, when you have a performance like this, like Carter has tonight, you know, do you, if you're a coach, G.B. Brown, do you consider just sitting in the rest of the game?
Yes. Yes. That
may have been an obvious answer to an obvious question, but you never know unless you ask, Rick.
Yeah, I mean,
you never know unless you ask, man.
I mean, some nights it's not your night. That could be anybody.
Right.
Some nights it's just not your night. And so what we have to do, we have to try to see if we can get a spark from somewhere else off the bench. Maybe someone else can get hot fours. You know, so I mean, until you've tried other personnel, I don't see why. I mean, he's a negative. He's a minus 14 on the court right now for the team, and the team is losing. It's not just on him. Let me not say it's only him. It's not. It's the whole team looking bad. But I'm saying this team needs a spark offensively, and if the score, a good dunk. If a score like Keithan, who's normally going, can't get going, You need to look somewhere else to see if you can get the scoring going somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And they also Rick, haven't looked good defensively either. The lone bright spot is obviously Aaron Payne. From a personal stats wise, I mean.
Yeah. Well, they don't look good defensively because the shots are not going in offensively. There's only so much effort you're going to put in defensive side of the ball when your shots are not falling. You know, defense is an effort thing, but it's also a confidence thing. When you're missing shots, your team is shooting 37% from the field, and you got to go back and put all your effort on defense. That gets really old when you can't make a basket on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. It does make it difficult for sure, but at the same time, though, the defense does feed into the offense, and there's some offense there on the dunk, and that's very quick points.
That's Mr. Magic.
Mr. Magic there.
Mr. Magic can.
And there's a dunk on the other end from
He challenged Payne too. He came right at him. Came in his chest. Put it in his chest. He played B-Spike with the basketball.
Yeah, Theo Hilton doing his thing, responding to Vincent Magic dunk one of his own. And there is more points for Vincent Magic.
Vincent Magic says he's taking over. Okay, Vincent Magic says it's his turn. He's gonna take over. Okay, cool, Vince. I got my popcorn ready. I'm ready to see the show.
Well, it's an 11-point lead right now. There's 4:50 left in the quarter. I mean, there's still time. Blank gets that back three. Oh, good. There is still time in this game.
Magic's taking over. Let's see what he's gonna do.
And we'll see. It has been the Vince Magic show to begin the fourth quarter of play here. I think you try to, continue to look Magic's way. Ride the hot hand. No and one there.
I love it. I like it. He's taking over. I like it.
Great job there from Magic.
He gets his lead below 10 with both free throws.
Yeah, being aggressive, getting to the line here to begin, and being aggressive here to begin the quarter, getting to the line there. Chance, like you said, to cut it to 10. At least 10. And there it is. 10-point game. There is still time left for H-Town to pull off another comeback in a game that, for all intents and purposes, again, they weren't out of it by any means, but it looked like it, if that makes sense.
I mean, they was not showing life, especially offensively. But number 4 took it upon himself. Said, guys, get on my shoulders and get the F out the way and let me go to work. And so far, he's doing good. And hopefully they can keep this lineup in. They got 4 minutes and 22 seconds to try to do something.
Yeah, it's a 9-point Atlantis lead here. Silberman has it. Gives it off to Hilton. Hilton gonna take a jumper. No good. Aaron Payne grabs the rebound.
Here we go.
You're gonna need a lot from him too down the stretch. Aaron Payne and Vincent Magic combine their powers.
Turn around. Ooh.
No good, but the rebound, second chance, no good. Because of the block, though. Trying to stay with H-Town.
There. Johnson. I think this is the most minutes I've seen him play. Uh-oh. Well, never mind.
Johnson comes out. Keith and Carter come back in. This is their starting lineup in the game right now, I believe. Carter, Magic.
Yeah, I mean,
Tom Payne.
I mean, I probably would left the lineup the same, personally.
Ripped away.
We'll see.
And we'll see. I mean, a couple minutes of rest maybe, but no time for that. Hilton, another jam from Theo Hilton.
Never faked the pump on a nasty dunk.
60-49, and we didn't see Aaron Payne inside to protect the rim there at all. That's been a great source of production for Atlantis tonight. When Aaron Payne has not been around the rim, it's easier to score.
Agreed. He's the only post defender with blocking expertise for H-Town.
Yeah, because we spoke about it earlier, Rick, earlier in the game. We said, why are they going in the lane when Aaron Payne is there? Well, if he's not in the lane, may as well give it a shot. And And there goes Vincent Magic getting another bucket. He's been strong in this fourth quarter. There's something positive to take away for H-Town in this fourth quarter. The play of Vincent Magic.
Correct. And he's at his natural position, which is point guard. And which is the ball. Good pass. Oh, he missed the bunny. Oh, Smokey Robinson's greatest hits.
There's Tyrell Thompson.
Here we go.
Line midi. 5-point game. Man, we might just see one here. I don't want to broadcast with skirts at break, but I may just have. We might see it though.
We might. If H-Town can keep the ball out of number 3's hands for the next 2 minutes and 2 seconds, they might have a shot.
Thompson with it, has a small defender on him, Zilberman. Double team though.
That's abuse. Oh, he
gets the hook. Shot to go. But still time. 5-point lead for Atlantis. Stolen.
Oh, Vince with the steal.
Going the other way. They needed it. I would like to see him run the transition there to capitalize, but instead they're going to slow the pace down here. Tyrell Thompson, he got it! 3-point game. Here we go, everybody. All right, it's fourth quarter time. Now we can really say it.
Now we in this thing.
1:20 left in this game. There's a one-handed jam. Keontae Smythe.
So his big must be pulling him away from the basket.
That's what I think's happening.
If I'm H-Town, I'm not doing it in the fourth quarter. He needs to be on the basket at all times.
That's what I think is happening. It's a matchup thing.
The biggest pulling away. Yeah, it's a matchup situation.
It's a smart one. It's working for Atlantis though, because it's allowing him to get. He looks inside. H-Town can't get that to go. Second chance. Oh no! 50 seconds left. Gotta play the foul game here at some point soon.
You gotta hold the ball. Be Atlantis. Hold the ball for one. No rush. No rush.
Armin with it. Kid. Now ball in his hands. One line of clock down, which is good for Atlantis. But again, for H-Town, you gotta consider fouling here at some point. No foul there, but I dunk.
And there go the cherry on the Sunday. That's game, ladies and gentlemen.
Man, oh man. It got entertaining. It got entertaining there towards the end, but I think, like you said, Rick, this one is all about wrapped up. Once again, as a reminder, we are going to have a second game coming up after this one and the post-up, of course. It'll be Bay Area Breakers versus the Yacht Club coming up after this game here. Welcome back, everyone. 64-57, Atlantis in the lead. And Rick, let's talk player of the game. Who do you have for player of the game for this one?
It's none other than Theo Hilton. 14.7 rebounds. He was solid and made some. You know what? Hunt did a good job down the stretch. Kid made some big shots. But Theo Hilton is who I'm gonna go with for my player of the game.
Yeah, Hilton definitely deserves that player of the game honor. I definitely agree with you there, my friend. Last 32 and a half seconds, we'll say. Getting ready to tick away here in this one. Corner three, no good. Man, if that one would have fell. I don't think it would have mattered, but it would have been interesting to see. But yeah.
Katie locked the door.
We can wrap this one up. Tyrell Thompson shooting the 3 and it falls. Oh my goodness,
It's
a
too late.
4-point game.
B-Run, it's over. These are called late night stack stuff because it's over.
Garbage time points here, Rick.
Yes, sir, indeed.
So as a reminder, one more time, in case you forgot, after this game, it will be the post-up, of course, and then part of our similar doubleheader. Bay Area Breakers taking on the Yacht Club. Bay Area is at home in that one, and they are bringing a 13-5 record into the game on a 4-game win streak as well, if I may add, Rick.
Yeah, they've been really hot. They've moved up to number 2 in the power rankings, well deserved. And yeah, it should be a good game against the Yacht Club tonight.
Yeah, Yacht Club loses 3 in a row, hoping to snap this losing streak that they're on. 2 and 3 in their last 5. So it hasn't looked good for them, and unfortunately, they have a really tall task ahead of them tonight. Go up against one of the better teams, one of the best teams in Simmer Hoops this season.
Exactly. 14 seconds left.
I mean, there's still time, but I mean, we've seen crazy things happen, Rick. It's only H-Town does have one timeout left, so you know they can get a 3, and then
B-Run. It's over, brother. It's over.
Hey man, you know me, trying to find the positive lining in all things. You missed the free throw. Kid missed the first free throw.
It's positively over.
Second free throw attempt here from Kid. Not one. Will advance it to half court. But with the win, if Simmerwood Atlantis does hold on, they will go to 8-10, and they'll snap their 2-game losing streak. Meanwhile, we are getting a bit of an update here on one of the games going on tonight. Run DMV beat the AT Aliens tonight by 31
Beat the hell out the AT
points.
Aliens. Yeah.
86-55.
And if you go back and look at my thread I posted earlier today, once Marsh gave the AT Aliens a kiss of death earlier, I knew AT Aliens was going to lose. So I congratulated Run DMV on their win earlier today. I already congratulated them. I'm picking up the time. I told them congratulations at 3:20 Central Time today, before the game even kicked off. I said Marsh gave them a kiss of death with ATL. As soon as he said it, I knew it was a wrap. I said, there it is, kiss of death. I already gave ATLNs their loss. I already gave Run DMV their credit for their win. I told everybody to save this receipt for later. It is what it is.
I feel like that was also
Thanks,
a Jada kiss
Marsh. You did it.
Kiss of death?
You struck again. Marsh gave me a kiss of death earlier today. I'm telling you, if Marsh is mentioning your team and pumping your team up to be the whatever, it's over with. Forget about it. Yacht Club ain't won since Marsh opened his mouth.
And they're still in the conversation for the race to 1 as well. As that shot goes, the 3-point game here, 11.3 seconds left in this one. Not over by any means. The most interesting 11.3 seconds that we've seen here tonight in this first game. It didn't look like it was gonna get to this point, Rick, when we began the fourth quarter at all.
And get to what point?
The point where the score is close. The score makes the game look like it's something it wasn't. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. And that was all based on Vince Magic. He had 14 points in the fourth quarter. He erupted in the fourth. He willed his team back. But it was just a little too late, and he didn't get any help with that. I think he should have kept the ball in his hands. I think he should have pulled a Bronny and probably should have shot every shot for them in the fourth quarter until otherwise. Or at least he should have made every play for the team in the fourth. But that didn't happen, and they're going to come up short.
Yeah, those two from Kid will put this one to bed. And if then this rebound certainly will. As we go final in this one, SWH Atlantis wins 67-62. It's been a fun game tonight to begin here on SWH Hoops. We got game 2 coming up after the post-up. Stay tuned for that as well. Don't go anywhere. Post-up coming up next for Rick Blaze, our production crew here. Game 1. I'm B-Ron. I'm going to get on the SWH Super Jet, and I'm going to head over to California for game 2. Come on back for the post-up coming up here shortly. And until then, you guys, see the game, be the game.
Be the damn game.
Ricky taught me.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the post up. We got your man here, Yells. I'm in the building, clearly. And I'm here with my guy, Rick Blaze, man. You just came off of calling a game. I don't want to call it one heck of a game, but a game happened. It happened in your hometown, in our hometown, H-Town. New coach, but old coach, and Coach UB Brown back in the building. Coach Wood for Atlantis, kind of in hot water, and this was going to be a statement game for someone. What do you make of what happened tonight in this one?
Well, this H-Town team is kind of it's a lot like those foster kids who think they found a home, and then something happened with the foster parents. They have to go back into foster care. That's H-Town. They're the foster care kids right now. It's hard to be the best version that you can be when you're stuck in a foster home eating canned soup.
My goodness, what an analogy. Lord. Well, what do you think the keys? I know what we saw early. We saw a lot of what we have seen here recently, from H-Town, since they've been sliding a little bit, where, not a whole lot of identity. I think in that fourth quarter we saw Vincent Magic go crazy. I think he dropped something like 14 in the quarter. But on the other side, what do you, as opposed to what H-Town did not do, let's talk about what Atlantis did do well.
Atlantis kept the pressure on them. They was not scared to go inside the paint. And I think they played with confidence. They played loose. I know that sounds really weird to say, but they wasn't stiff, they wasn't tight, they wasn't afraid to take shots, contested shots. They wasn't afraid to go against Aaron Payne, whether he blocked the shot or not. They took it to his chest. So I think for Atlantis, they want to come out. They wanted to come out and be aggressive, and they were able to get this win, a well-deserved win by them as well.
Awesome. Okay. Well, look, hey, we watched that game. We watched quite a bit of it. There were some other games that occurred. I think I caught the broadcast where you were going to be more than certain to shout out yourself.
For sure.
Getting your Bernard James on. You getting your Bernard on, right? All right, so Run DMV. They did their fair share of running because they ran the AT Aliens right off that court. Trey Truss put up 25 big points, 8 for 9, 7 for 7 from deep. Nick Hugo doing Nick Hugo things, 14 points, 11 rebounds. On the other side, DeMario Duval putting up points, but seems like he was the only one doing it as he put up 22. They dominated from start to finish, and I think Run DMV is on something like a 6-game win streak when they had previously struggled. What's the deal with this team, man? What do you make of the coaching? What do you make of these players? What you got?
Coach Murray's been telling you guys, he's been telling everybody all season long when they started off losing some games, first 3 or 4. He kept saying it's a long season, it's a long season. We've been here before, and we've came out on top. So he's been pretty much prophesizing that, hey, I'm getting my team together, and we might struggle in the beginning, but we're gonna come out looking good later on. And he's correct. He's come out. His team is looking really good, 6 in a row, and these haven't been no slouchy 6 wins either. These have been some good teams, and the teams that are not so great, they've dominated them. So between Coach Murray getting his team together, the players they emerging themselves, and between Marsh giving them the kiss of death, this was destruction for disaster from the jump.
Hey, and look, they don't have a lot of heralded players by all the rankings. I think SimWorld TV, 247, ACA, the whole nation, so to speak. But they've got some guys, man. And kind of shout out to you. I think everybody knows my affinity with John Hudgens. They have this kid, 16 years old, 6'10", does a little. He reminds me of Scottie Pippen with a jumper. But hey, y'all watch for him. Currently unranked.
That's a lot.
Hey,
that's too much.
Watch
that's
him.
Too much.
What? Hey, these are 16. You tell me, with the exception of some of the great.
Well, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, because Scottie Pippen did go to Central Arkansas, which means nobody thought he was anything.
Right.
The only scholarship was to Central Arkansas. So maybe you're right.
But before not to get too far off subject, but I mean, hey, we love this league. We love SimWorld Hoops. It's run like a pro league, but it's a prep league, and with the exception of a few people at the high school level that maybe dominated in high school when they play that AAU ball or prep ball, there's a lot of guys that they're nowhere near what they ended up being. So we're looking at potential, looking at a skill set, looking at some particular things, some height, and then they grow to be something crazy. Kevin Durant was not Kevin Durant in high school. He was balling. He was balling, but he was not the unguardable force that he is now.
And then you have the opposite side of those who balled in high school and in college and didn't really pan out.
Does the name Sebastian Telfair ring a bell? But look, hey, since we're in that area, but yeah, John Hudgens, Nick Hugo, I think he's in composite rank 91. You got Trey Truss, who went bonkers today, just kind of start popping up on people's scene, and he's composite rank 60. Then you got a bunch of other guys that are not ranked at all. Do you think that these kids have a chip on their shoulder? Do you think that they're playing to get that scholarship, or you think they're playing just to prove something in their neighborhood? Because a lot of these kids, this may be it.
Right. Yeah. Well, first of all, Nick Hugo and I can't. He might be ranked totally composite 91, but in SimWorld TV, he's ranked in the top 40. So SimWorld recognizes that he's up there. But as far as the other guys, I think Coach Murray just does a good job with them not even worry about the rankings. I've never seen them even talk about the rankings on the Discord or anything. I think he has no focus on the wins. They have a big goal, big task in mind, and I think that's the only thing that they care about right now. So kudos to him. Like I said, the best coaches get their players to buy in into the system, and he has them buying in, and they're winning as a result.
Yeah. I just wanted to kind of key in on that game just a little bit, because what a turnaround for this team. We got a couple other finals in. Recently committed to is it Michigan, the phenomenal one, Lorenzo Phenom and Bad Boys hosting the struggling North. And the North continue to struggle. Lorenzo Phenom put up 24 in this one, and as talented as he is, we have not always seen him just look dominating. 24 is not a whole lot, but this is more than what he normally does. And then we're seeing the emergence of this Samuel Bogus kid. Bad Boys win this one in convincing fashion. Does this game say anything for you?
Nope. The North is bad, and Bad Boys is not. The Bad Boys is not great though. They're a okay team, but that just tells me how bad the North is.
And does it for Lorenzo Phenom? Does this mean anything for you? Are you impressed? You like to see him step up in a moment where where he normally fades. You like that he seemed to have a little attitude and say, hey, I wanna put a stamp on this.
Nope. It went against a really bad North team. Like you're not. I judge how impressive a person's game is based on the competition that they're playing against. And obviously against the North, it wasn't much of a competition. So yeah, this 24-10, that's cool. But I've seen you go 12-4 against really, really good players. So the consistency or lack thereof is something he's going to have to rectify on the next level if he wants to be taken seriously as the next big guy on Michigan's campus.
Definitely gonna have to get more aggressive. I'm with you there. And then look, one other final we have in, which may be the untelevised game of the night. SimWorld Latin America getting it done over at Philadelphia. 1 point win. This one came down to the last. What we're getting is look here, and I'm just kind of reading through the recap and some of the notes that I've gotten back from some of our sports media guys here at SimWorld. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Philadelphia had a 3-point lead with 12 seconds to go, and they let this one slip away with a big bucket by Fernandez and a big-time steal from Akiyama Ravelo. Excuse me if I got that wrong. And he gave it up to J. Mo for the game winner with 6 seconds left. Latin America, that's 2 big wins. Is that 2 wins in their last 3 games? Is that 2 in a row? What is it? They are looking tough. Let me just say this. They did start the season on a 5-0 win streak before they start looking like the bottom of the barrel. What does this mean win for you? Well, what does it mean for the team?
I think it's a really good win for them, and it's really good confidence, and they're gonna need it because they got Showtime tomorrow. So it's a real. Hey, you need that confidence to get that going to see if you guys figure something out because you got one of the teams that's out of the Pacific Rim division. You know how they get down over there. They play no games over in the Pacific Rim.
Right.
So you got to be on your A game because you know those guys are going to come in. Corey going to talk his cash money, and then Brandon going to score 40. So we already know what it is. So you got to be ready to play. So this should be a really good matchup between them and Showtime tomorrow.
Really exciting to see them hooping and getting some shine down there because those kids really deserve it. They are some of the better, some of the more the bigger character kids we have in all of SimWorld hoops. So really exciting to see them winning in that way. So look, we're gonna keep it moving here. It's time to get into the 3 in the key. We got Bay Area Breakers coming in, hosting the Yacht Club. Just want to get your breakdown on this, Rick. What are the 3 keys to victory, the 3 things that you're looking for from each team?
For Yacht Club to have a chance to win this game, 1, you have to use your speed to your advantage, and especially at the guard position. You guys can win at the guard position, but you have to use your speed to your advantage for that. For number 2, for Yacht Club, you need to go to the paint. They're not a great 3-point shooting team. Don't rely on the 3. Don't settle for the 3. Go to the paint. And then the third key that Yacht Club needs to win this game, Adam Max has to play solid defense on Trey Hyman. You don't have to shut him down, but you need, wherever he's at, you need to be at. You need to be on him like white on rice. You need to be checking. You need to be tucking in his jersey for him. You should know what he had for lunch before the game. You need to smell his breath every play down offensively and defensively. So for Yacht Club to have a chance, 1, take advantage of your speed. 2, stop shooting a 3. And 3, Adam Max needs to be inside of Trey Hyman's pants.
So before we move on to your thoughts on the other side, do you think you got in every analogy about guarding their man closely? 'Cause I think you nailed them all in one take.
I got 12 more. I'm just warming up.
They may like brown rice. What do they need to do on the other side?
For Bay Area, Bay Area needs to they need to run the ball through Trey Hyman and run. And you know, it's funny. Yacht Club has the advantage at the guard position, but in the front court, I think Bay Area has the advantage. So they need to work through Trey Hyman, and also that's key number 1. Key number 2, their guards need to hit their 3s. Bay Area do shoot the 3. They do attempt quite a bit of 3, and they can hit them. They need to hit their 3s to have a good game, and they need to slow the pace down. You do not want to get into a back and forth racing match with Yacht Club because when they're playing their best, they're hard to beat back and forth. Slow the game down, get the ball to Trey Hyman, and hit your threes is what Bay Area needs to do.
This is true. This is true. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a pretty good game, in my opinion. Yacht Club, I don't think we've seen the best of what they can be. They have all kinds of talent on that team, and they put it together and get an identity there. You got Dominic Bianco, who people thought was a top 5 player coming into this year. They had this Adam Max kid who looks like the next coming of, what have you. And then other times he kind of disappears. So I do think this is going to be a pretty big game, and I do look forward to seeing the Trey Hyman matchup, whoever they decide to put on him. Yacht Club started off the season as an undersized team, and they were going to get up and down the court, and as in-season recruiting has occurred, which we shouldn't see anymore in the upcoming seasons, the words that I'm getting, they turned into a team that has a lot of bigs. A lot of big guys.
And it's changed the dynamic of their team. So the speed advantage that they once had from 1 to 5, they lost that advantage when they got all these bigs who can't run the court like these other guys can run the court. So again, we've been saying this about Yacht Club. Well, y'all been saying this about Yacht Club all season long. Everybody been waiting to turn the corner. I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can this season. I think when you're this late in the season and you're still trying to find an identity, that's not a good sign. Some of the better clubs are now found their identity and they're hitting their stride. The DMVs hitting their stride. Your originators, they're hitting stride. Bay Area right now is hitting stride. To be one of those top tier clubs right now, you should be just fine tuning and hitting your stride. And if you're still searching, that's not a good sign.
Understood. All right. Well, look, that was our 3 in the key. Glad to have that segment back. Before we get out of here, man, since we are going to be visiting beautiful Bay Area, look, and they'll be hosting the Yacht Club. So both of these are, land of the palm trees, pretty sun, beachy weather. Venice Beach or Miami Beach?
I'm going to go Miami Beach.
And why?
Miami just has a lot of extra harlots there.
I guess you're gonna leave it simple, man. You put it on me. I would love to disagree with you. I do have a real quick story. Let me get my maestro on. Number one, if this story wasn't in play, I still rock with you for the reasons that you said. Anyone that knows me knows how I get down. On the Venice side, that's still the same story, man. I'm coming outside the mall, Venice Beach, one day, and I'm trying to holler at somebody from across the parking lot, coming out of the mall. I'm like, yeah, she's checking me out. I know she is, Rick. In my head, I know she's watched me since I walked out, right? So she does turn around, get her attention. It's a while back. Yeah, she's looking, and right when she does that, I'm just thinking to myself, man, who poured ice cream? No, absolutely not. I don't know. That's somebody else's story, not mine. But what I thought
that's your story, Yos.
No. Is that we got somebody in the production studio right now? Who we got in here? Siege popping in here. We'll get you on the game next time, sir. We'll get you on the game. But yeah, so Rick, I'm assuming somebody poured ice cream on the top of my head because the seagulls are real in Venice Beach. They hit me up.
Oh my God!
All across my head, shoulders, everything.
They did a drive-by.
Yeah.
They did a drive-by.
Yeah, they did it. They did a flyby, man. It was like Oreo smooth. It was like Oreo cookies and cream ice cream. So
they had a bunch of dairy before they came and saw you, huh? God,
that was probably one of my last times in Venice Beach. So Miami Beach it is.
Miami Beach it is.
Miami Beach.
With the pictures on that's disrespectful.
Absolutely. Well, look, we got a good game. We got a good game coming up here between Bay Area and Yacht Club. I'm excited about this one, Rick. It's good to have you here on the post up. Looking forward to B-Ron. Hopefully that SimWorld Red Eye has kept them safe, and then we'll have Siege in the booth. So you guys stay tuned. About 5 minutes, we have this next one coming up. Until next time, this has been the post up. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of our SimWorld Hoops doubleheader tonight here on SimWorld TV. I am B-Ron once again, alongside my broadcast partner, Siege. Siege, how are you, my friend? Good to be here in the Bay with you.
Oh, I'm doing great, B-Ron. Hope you're doing all right, too. Excited to be out here with this beautiful view here in this arena. We've got two great teams matched up. One's a little bit more on a roll than the other, the Yacht Club, on kind of a cold streak. 3 losses. Kind of shook up their starting lineup. Let's see if that does anything for him. But I think a big matchup we're going to get to watch here. One of the best big men in the game, Trey Hyman, versus a late arrival due to his in-team suspension, Adam Max. I think not only are we going to see a good playing matchup, we might see some chirping back and forth between the two of them. So it'll be a good one to watch.
We definitely might see some chirping. And there is Yacht Club getting on the board first. Like the voice crack begin the game too, Siege? Yacht Club, there we go.
Yacht Club.
No, right over here, man. Yeah, Trey Hyman was definitely very active all throughout the day, pretty much. Talking in the Discord and talking before the game in general on social media and all that stuff. So we'll see if the team can back him up and they can get the win tonight.
Yeah, and I think another interesting matchup to watch, we're going to see Bianco. I was just going to bring up Bianco, but it doesn't seem to matter to him. Is one thing that Bay Area does have is they have a pretty big court. Starting Caden Shipp at point at 6'4", and starting Adonis Knight at the 2 at 6'5". Bianco's 6 foot, and he starts with the 2 tonight. They gave Jay Lasser the start at the 1, which I do like that idea, but it's going to be interesting to see how that length might, if possible, help contain Dominic Bianco.
Yeah, Lasser got the steal, and they cannot capitalize on the steal though. We'll see how it all works. It's gonna be a very interesting game. I think it's also a clash of styles here too, because Yacht Club we know has very good overall team speed. We want to see how they use that as Caden Shipp gets on the board there.
Absolutely, they play fast. They like to blow by you. As we know, Dominic Bianco, one of the faster, if not the fastest guy in SimWorld Hoops. Ishan Ism, I love his game. I love his game. And if he's got an offensive bag, he's adding to his kind of grinded out play on offense and defense. He's going to be a hell of a player. So, but the speed that Yacht Club has, if they can utilize that, I think that's going to be their biggest advantage.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely agree with you there. I've always been a proponent of using your speed. That's how I would play and I would coach. If I was a coach, I would build a team around speed. Because I personally feel like if you are faster than your opponent, you can use that in your advantage. You can outrun the other team. If you have that stamina, you can outrun them. That way they don't have a chance to really make it a game, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. You get out and start running and they get a little chaotic, discombobulated, and you can take advantage of that. And a big thing, we talk about this a lot, is teams who play good defense, their defense becomes their offense. And when you're a fast team, you're a speedy team, if you can turn possessions for the other team into turnovers and get out and run, that's your best offense. Oh my God. Man. And Bianco doesn't care if it's in the full court. In the half court, he's blowing by guys.
Yeah, he does not care. He, like you said, one of the fastest players, if not the fastest, in SimWorld Hoops. He's going to be an asset for a team at the next level for sure. But there goes Caden Shipp answering, going blow for blow.
And that's going to be a struggle. We brought that up, the size of the backcourt of Bay Area with 6'4" and 6'5", Caden Shipp 6'4", going over Bianco there. It's really tough for him to guard. He's going to have to do a better job on keeping them on the perimeter, not letting him get a spot inside like that.
Yeah, when you are a quick player like Bianco is, though, you have to be able to use your lateral quickness as well to keep up with these bigger players. They may be bigger than you and they may be able to outbody you, but if you can stay in front of them, that can frustrate them even more so because they're not able to use their size and power body. If that makes sense.
Exactly. Sometimes you just got to be a little pest. If you're a little undersized, you got to be an annoying defender. And sometimes people get in their egos and they don't want to be that annoying defender. But hey, if that's what you got to do to be a defender, if you're not fouling, you're just getting somebody's head, you're getting in their way, getting in their space. If that throws them off their game and that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's as much mental as it is physical when it comes to the mind game of everything. jumper for the shot clock winds down. No good, but Adam Mack there to clean up the mess.
I like what I'm seeing from Yacht Club so far. They're playing hard. Defensively, I'm liking what I'm seeing from them a lot too. They're not really letting Bay Area kind of run their offense like they usually do. They're staying in their spots. They're switching a lot of stuff. I like what I'm seeing from Yacht Club. If they can keep playing like this, they're going to make this a competitive game.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this game goes, but it's been a good start for Yacht Club to begin the game for sure, as Jay Laster tries to get something going on the inside, decides to pass it back out. Siege, what are your keys to the game for both teams?
Oh, that's gross. Adam Max has that
absolutely
in his bag.
disgusting.
I love that. So my key for the Yacht Club is something we've already kind of highlighted and keyed in on. You know, they're on a little bit of a losing streak, made some changes in their starting lineup. We'll see what kind of offense they run with that, things like that. But I think the key for them, we talked about it, is utilizing that speed. So what that boils down to for their key is defense, turnovers. They need to play tough defense the whole game, force turnovers, force missed shots like that, get out and run just like this. If they can do that, they're going to give themselves a chance because they're going to get a lot of easy buckets on the other side. And on the other side for Bay Area needs to value the ball on offense and kind of counteract that. They're going to try to be pests on defense. They're going to try to get those turnovers, get out and run, use that speed. Bay Area's got to not let it affect them. I mean, if they can hit shots like that, that's a plus. But just play their game, play their pace. I think really it boils down to the key to the game, and this may seem simple, but who's going to control the pace?
Yeah, controlling the pace, and right now Yacht Club has control in the game. 14-10 lead. We're going to take a quick break, come right back. 1:55 to go in the first quarter.
Hey, what's up, baby? Good. See y'all. Y'all looking great.
Thank you.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we ready.
All right. Let's see what you got here. Oh, you got them sitting on them big boys? Ooh, yo. Bro, that's clean.
I knew you like it, man. I knew you like it.
I just got one problem, though.
What's that?
It's a goddamn robbery, man. Can't be riding around here with 20. You trying to be incognito.
Man, that's all I can
This ain't gonna work, bro. What we doing?
I wonder what they arguing about. Girl, I told him that shit wasn't gonna work. He don't listen to nothing.
What's that noise?
Okay.
Pop the trunk, man. I know. Pop the trunk, bro. Pop the goddamn trunk, man.
How you gonna steal the car and then keep the dude in the car that you stole the car from? Excuse me, I'm sorry for my friends. By the way, you have a very nice ride. I really like it. Can I just reach around you and grab the shotty really quick, really fast? Thank you. Thank you so much. And a few of these bullets. Let's go. Man, I told you to be inconspicuous. Shh. Don't go nowhere.
I'm in that dasher with a vixen. You don't wanna see us blissing. Underhanded pitching, hit him straight up in his mitten. Hope the Lord forgive him, man. His grandma been praying, been a bad boy since the Pistons. Wipe his nose, ain't
no call. Tell his partners come get him. Stuffing yachters with the pigeons. When we talking outside lingo, ain't no talking over digits. Currents over karma, ain't no motherfucking sentence. Tell them black sent you, sir, your people not your feeling. Oh, man, this smoke was alright. Man, her ass was alright. Don't ask me if I'm alright. Pray this shit gon' go right. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. Man, this smoke was alright. Man, her ass was alright. Don't ask me if I'm alright. Pray this shit gon' go right. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright. All my people alright.
Welcome back, everyone. 14-10 Yacht Club lead here to begin this one. First quarter, we're about halfway through at this point. A little more than halfway, 1:55 to go in the first. And in the first quarter, we've seen the Yacht Club come out and use their speed. I think use their play to their advantage to begin this one. It's gotten out to a little 4-point lead here, Siege.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing well. They're playing hard on defense. They're running. They're running. When they get defensive boards, they're running with it. I mean, that's a great look there. They're running more of an offense than I think I've seen them run for a lot of the season. Getting guys open, getting guys good cuts, things like that. I mean, sometimes that's how you gotta play to beat a team like Bay Area, because they're a very disciplined team. They're a very talented team. You gotta kind of match them.
Right, and you have to. That's a game of movement, as it is anything else. And if you move, you can set yourself up for good looks and great looks at the rim, and everything like that just works off of movement. And movement causes dysfunction in a defense.
Yeah, absolutely. You move around, you get those cuts going, you get people off balance. Someone makes one wrong move, you're ahead of them, you get an open cut to the basket, just like we saw there. Escobar got the dunk there. I mean, you gotta stay moving. That's why I get so frustrated when I watch a team who doesn't really run an offense. They kind of run a pick and roll here, pick and roll there, which is great. Pick and roll is a staple of any offense in basketball, or at least it should be. But don't run any off-ball cuts, off-ball threes, things like that, because I mean you're just relying on one guy to beat his man. Which sometimes that works, but it's not something that you can rest your head on consistently unless you have a guy like Allen Iverson or Luka or James Harden or something like that. Unless you have a guy like that, you can't really rest your head on that.
And even then you really can't, because we've seen it plenty of times before where those guys can go off, they can have those great games, but if they don't have any extra help around them from their supporting cast, then it doesn't matter at the end of the day. They can put up 40 points and still lose.
Exactly. We saw it recently in the most recent finals game. If anyone's been watching, it's Jokic went off for like 40 points.
Yeah, don't mean to cut you off there, Steve. First quarter, though, has come to a close. We can finish that conversation at the beginning of the second quarter. Yacht Club out to a lead, though. We'll see if they can keep it going here in the second. It's 18-12. Yacht Club out in front.
Inspiration ain't required. I go hard in the pain even when I'm tired. 'Cause tomorrow ain't promised. I give my all, ain't nothing less. No tomorrow ain't promised. There's no tomorrow, no tomorrow.
Welcome back to the Bay Bridge Athletic Club, everyone. Yacht Club out to a lead here after the first quarter of play. As a reminder, we got some games coming up for you tomorrow. First game, we'll see the Yacht Club back in action. They'll be at home taking on Somewhere Oceana. That's at 7 o'clock. Then at 8, it'll be Beyond the Arch and Southeast Select. And then at 9, Best Coast Ballers taking on the H-Town Hoopers. Best Coast is at home for that.
Some good matchups there. Should be some good basketball fun times.
Yeah, most definitely. Because again, we'll get to see Yacht Club back in action again tomorrow, and H-Town again. H-Town lost the first game of our doubleheader tonight, and in that one we saw a poor offensive shooting from really both teams all game. But this one has been a completely different thing. Both teams shooting very well to begin the game, but I think that mostly has to do with both teams getting great looks. Number one, getting great looks. Number two, when they get those more difficult shots, they're falling. There's a lob, nobody home. Instead, it's going back to Yacht Club.
Ray Hyman has been MIA on the offensive side of the ball.
And that's very, very rare from him to have a quiet start to a game. But there's a rejection from Hyman.
Never quiet on that side.
Yep, yeah, I was going to say, yeah, not quiet there on that one. Very loud block there from Hyman. Now see if they can get going on offense, and they do! Great shot there. Ricky O'Neal. He is replacing Xavier Pope. I almost said Royce Hanson, but Xavier Pope is who he's replacing on Bay Area as Xavier has left the team due to family going overseas. But he has stated that if he is able to return, he only wants to play for Bay Area. So we'll see if they do get a chance to reunite at some point down the road here in the future. For now, life without him has been pretty okay for them so far, I'd say.
Well, Ricky O'Neal's doing a decent job of filling in there.
Yeah, doing a decent job of filling in, and as a team, they have been very good, as we said earlier, winning the last 3 in a row, looking to make it 4 for the win tonight. They're having to come back here early, though, to do it. Oh, no, you gotta make those layups. Those are ones you gotta have. What? Good defense there on the other end. Didn't allow it to. What a great shot that falls. Another bucket there from Bay Area. Cuts the lead to 1. Club's going to take their first time out of the quarter. We've seen Bay Area be on the comeback trail here to begin the second quarter, and it's worked so far. They haven't gotten the lead back yet. They got it down to 1 point here, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Bay Area. They're never out of a game. They got a lot of guys who can score in bunches. They got a good team offense. They play some decent defense. I wouldn't call it one of the best defenses in the league, but they play good defense. They've always got Trey Hyman, guys like Caden Shipp, Royce Anderson. I mean, they're never going to be out of a game completely. But that's where Yacht Club has to be really careful. They can go on these runs and things, but they can't get complacent with a 5, 7, 9 point lead, because that's nothing for Bay Area. I mean, they have to keep their foot on the gas. They got to keep going, keep running like they've been doing. Get those easy buckets. Don't take any possession for granted just because you're up, because it can all go away when you play a team as disciplined as Bay Area.
Exactly. You have to keep your foot on the gas, like you said, Siege. Because if you don't, you're going to call it the pants down, and that's not good in this situation at all. That's when it's only a 1 point game.
It's almost never good in any situation. Only one situation is that ever good in. Bianca with the killer dunk.
You know what? You're absolutely right. But that's for a different time, different place of the show.
SimWorld after hours. Okay.
Oh man, there is a 3-ball, and he knew it was good as soon as he let it go.
That's an Irish spring green there, B-Ron.
If I've ever seen one, Siege, that was definitely one. Anytime you put a shot up and you walk away from the basket, you know it's good. It better go in. There's a last there getting dunked on the other end.
Yacht Club just loves to slam the ball. They just love it. You got Trey Willis, who's an absolute animal at the rim. Dominic Bianco, we've already seen him with a couple disgusting dunks. Jake Laster getting in on the fun there. I mean, they just love to punish that rim.
They really do. And Bay Area, I feel like they've made a bit of an effort in this quarter anyway of trying to get down low a little more and get some shots down there, but they're also making those jumpers when they get a chance to take those as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It almost feels like the way that Yacht Club keeps getting to the rim like this, it almost feels like Bay Area is kind of running them off the three-point line, which is an interesting strategy because they've got some shooters, but I wouldn't say that's their best asset. But maybe Bay Area's game plan here is a little bit of, all right, we'll give you the twos because Bay Area knows that they've got some better three-point shooting on their side than they do. Right. So, you trade twos and threes all day. The team that gets the threes are going to win. It's the team that scores more points is going to win the game. So,
yeah, Bay Area ranked 7th in three-point percentage this season, and there's a three ball from the Yacht Club. That was Jay Laster, or as they call him in the locker room. Three ball from Bay Area, can't respond. Very good look, though. Very good look.
Great look, and that's all you can ask for. That is the danger, living and dying by the three, though. But oh my God, Jay Laster, this is why you get him in the starting lineup. He's so talented. He can hit shots from all over the floor. He's a great leader too. Like you said, they call him Unk. He's obviously a type of almost a father figure to the rest of the team, which is very nice. It's nice to have that in the locker room.
Always need to have that, especially at the age that these kids are. Again, 15 to 17, 18 years old. A lot of these kids are. And even if you are a 15-year-old who might be a little more mature in some aspects, that can go very far. In Laster's case, he's 16 here, looking at here. 17 years old, Jay Laster. So, always good to have, like you said, that sort of figure in the locker room. Bay Area trying to go inside and get a bucket of their own. Can't do it. Adam Max grabs the board. 2 minutes to go in the first half of play.
And we'll see if Yacht Club can keep this lead and take that momentum into the half. You're still never safe, especially when Bay Area's got time to draw up some adjustments at halftime. So any momentum you can take and keep, you're going to want that.
Exactly. Take it and make it. That one a little too deep. Had to take it though because Kakak's winding down. Didn't make it. But Bay Area looking to spawn three of their own. That one rattles in and out. No good. Another great look though. Adam Max, he gets in on the action.
A little pull up there from the 7-footer.
I would like to see him go, for a layup or a dunk with that one, but the pull up works as long as it falls.
Absolutely.
Ooh!
He said, "I'll go
Ronnie
for the dunk."
Shanahan.
Ronnie
Shanahan getting jiggy with it out there. 1 minute to go in the second quarter of play here. Oh my goodness, now you gotta make it. Oh, none of it matters if you don't make it.
Cake but no bake. That was, I was about to say, that gave me flashbacks to Harden's crossover on Wesley Johnson. Anyone who watches the NBA knows the one I'm talking about, where he crossed him up and stepped back and just stood there for a couple of seconds looking at him before he, but couldn't make the shot, so it's all for naught.
Nope, all for naught, man. The highlight, one part is nice, but it's only a highlight if the other part of it actually comes together.
Gotta finish it with the bake. You can't just shake. It's gotta be a full shake and bake.
Exactly. And there's a block from Bay Area, denying that one. It'll stay with the Yacht Club, though. They got 7 on the shot clock and 14 on the game clock. See some mass subs coming in for the Yacht Club to end the quarter. Both teams looking to make some changes here. Davis Wrightsell checking in, Graham checking in. Bunch of players both sides checking in. Donis Knight checking in. Blake Gillenwater checking in for Bay Area. Off the inbound here. Laster three ball. Good!
In his face. Give him the double-digit lead before the half. Let's see if they can hold him here.
That was absolutely nasty there from Jay Laster. Got that one to go, but there's a dunk from Trey Hyman on the breaker side of things to end the first quarter, or the first half there, I should say. 36-28, Yacht Club out in the lead. Been a fun, frantic.
Never in one verse, the sun been cursing, the sun been kissing, the sun been lit, and after it all goes down, you can say, bitch black took this shit, and I blaze with Rick, became my cunning, but ironic, the irony of that is just it coming back like you owe me something, so give me that. Who's afraid of the big back flag? I know you studied that myth, heard that whispers, and to who it may concern, flow like holy water, fucking let it burn, brought the soul, yes, but I'm no reflux, more reluctant to re-up and replacing that weak shit, so meet me, no Jesus, just bitch black, my ghetto sacrifices for my people, in a sequel, in a dream come true, in a dream come true, in a dream come true, in a dream come true.
Iconic, bionic, pneumonic, my sonic go boom. I move like Jews from the Islamic high power beats, knocking kinda like girls knockers that I like. Wait to see, cause I'm destined to be. Iconic, bionic, pneumonic, my sonic go boom. I move like Jews from the Islamic high power beats, knocking kinda like girls knockers that I like. Wait to see, cause I'm destined to be. What it do now? What you say now? What's it gonna be? How's it going down? When I come around, yo, what up, dude? People ain't the same as they used to.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Bay Bridge Athletic Club Yacht Club, out to a 36-28 lead to begin the third quarter of play as we are back from halftime. As a reminder, if you are new, it's your first time checking out SimWorld TV here on YouTube, do a couple of things from it. Hit that like button, follow on the stream, and subscribe. Again, you're already here. Means we'll do both those things and continue to be involved in our SimWorld universe. Do both those things, and we'll get you more Discord information later on in the broadcast. Stay tuned, check it out, all that good stuff. We're here for you. We got a game here on our hands here. We got a game here on our hands, Siege. I got it.
You nailed it. We got there.
We sure did, man. For the second half, I'm sorry, Siege, go ahead.
I like what I was seeing from the Yacht. I think a big part of this, oh my God. I think a big part of what built this lead, we talked about it a few times in the first half. I'm going to harp on it again. Using that speed, using those transition opportunities, worked out really well for them. There's a guy who loves to attack the rim, and Trey Willis. I love his game.
Dunk, baby.
Beautiful. But what they did win, it surprised me a little, what they did win in the first half was the rebound battle the Yacht Club did. And that plays into what we talked about them getting out in transition and using that speed. When you deny Bay Area of those second chance opportunities, that first off is a great thing. You don't get them those second chance points that we know Trey Hyman is very capable of. Even his brother Sean Hyman, very capable of being a dog down there, getting those second chance points. But it also gives you the chance to get out and run before they can set up a defense. So winning the rebound battle was not something I necessarily saw coming from them, but if they can keep fighting and keep doing that, I think that's a big part of the lead that they've built.
Yeah, that's going to be critical for them going forward. That was a nice change of pace in the air there on the layup. But it's going to be big for Yacht Club to continue to win the rebounding battle going forward in this game. Because like you said, that is prime time to go and run in transition and get those fast buckets. Oh my goodness!
Jesus.
Are you
they love attacking that rim. They hate the rim. Yacht Club hates the rim.
Yeah, they don't want that thing to look good when they're done attacking it. Any game.
Yeah, it's a nice gym you got. It'd be a shame if someone broke your rim. That's Yacht Club's idea. That's what they're going for.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like at times, man. And this is a very nice facility here that Bay Area has. But like you said, Yacht Club fans coming in here and wanting to put their stamp on it. You think if they break the rim, they'll have to pay them money for it or get it replaced or something like that?
I'm sure the league will cover it.
One of those sorts of things. Great effort there on the glass there from this one to take that rebound.
He's just a dog down there battling with Trey Hyman. Took that away from him. I mean, that's what we just talked about. If they can take away the second chance opportunities that Trey Hyman provides, and that's such a big part of Bay Area's game. You know, there's that. Trey Willis can hit from outside too. He's a fantastic player who doesn't get as much attention as I think he deserves. But if you can take away those second chance opportunities, which it's a big part of their game, because when you have a guy like Trey Hyman under the rim, another dunk, it's a dunk fest in here. So you can take away those. What it does when you have a guy like that, it gives your shooters more confidence. It kind of gives them more, I'm going to put this shot. And that's what you want. You want your shooters to have confidence when they put up shots. And knowing you have a guy who, if you miss, there's probably a 35-40% chance that Trey Hyman's going to go grab that offensive board. When you can take that away from them, it makes them kind of think twice about that. And that can throw them off their game. It's a big part of playing a team as disciplined as them, is throwing them off their game.
Exactly. And one thing I've noticed in these past 2 possessions, when Bears had the ball, and they've been able to drive inside with those even dunks, Adam Mack has not been in the paint. That's very important too. And there goes Sean Hyman getting himself involved.
There's one of those second chance opportunities. There it is.
Yeah. Came from Sean this time. Not Trey, but counts all the same. 43-36. Out in front, there's a block.
Mismatch there.
Big on defense, and there you gets another rejection. Going the other way with it now.
Great
They're
help
looking
there
pretty
from
good
Hyman.
defensively there, yeah. On the inside, trying to force it. Not able to get it to fall as Max gets another rebound for himself. Touch the other one. And into the attack of the rim. No dunk this time. The help defense, though, forced the change of fate there from a dunk to a contested layup. And that shot falls for the Breakers. They get another one here.
Is it just me, B-Ron, or does Adonis Knight look a little, maybe it's just the hair, he looks a little taller than the 6'5" he's listed at.
Yeah, I think it might be the hair, but it could be a combination of that and he may be actually taller than 6'5".
That could be. He's got that lanky build, got long
frame,
arms. That I'm sure contributes to it.
Yeah.
Let him at the rim. No easy buckets.
Nope, no easy buckets. Adam Max and Trey Hyman just collide. We're gonna take a quick break and we're back. Welcome back, everyone. 2:52 to go in the third quarter of play here. Let's talk about SimWorld a little bit further. See, we talked about the YouTube channel earlier. What about the Discord? Why not join up on the Discord? That is discord.gg/SimWorldNBA. Join up over there. Be involved in all of the conversations and everything else that go on in SimWorld Hoops. Be a part of our universe as well. If you would like to join up as a player and or a coach, you can do all of that in the Discord as well.
See the game, be the game.
Exactly. If you got the brains, come be a coach at the game, come be a player. Looking for coaches here, though, in particular. H9 Hoopers could use a coach after their loss tonight again, similar to Landon, that's my team looking for a coach. There's some really good teams out there looking for coaches for the end of the season.
And B-Ron, I said it last time I called an H-Town game. If I'm a coach looking to coach a team, that H-Town team is one of the more attractive positions that I'm looking at. They've got some talent. They've got a very, very solid defensive identity to them. Got a great front court duo in Tyrell Thompson and Aaron Payne. Got a lot of guards and wing players that can get it done. Ethan Carter, Vincent Magic, Cam Jones off the bench has been great so far since he stepped in. What they need is an offensive identity, and that's something a coach can bring and kind of make his mark. So if I'm a coach and I'm looking to get into it, that H-Town spot that's somewhere I want to be.
Exactly. I definitely agree with you there. H-Town would be a team that if I were looking to be a coach, I would take notice what I can do with that team.
Ooh.
But there's a great bucket there from the Breakers, cutting into a 3-point lead.
Beautiful. See the game, Iran.
Hey, I'm seeing the game here along with you, Siege. It's been a really fun one to call here tonight. And, man, I didn't think this would be a 3-point game this fast, but I was at 6 points, but not yet. All the plans for the moment, anyway.
Never out of the Bay Area.
Nope, never out of it. They've got the talent, but they're one of the top teams here in the league this season. And we expected that coming in. Again, a lot of their players were on a lot of those preseason tournament teams that won a lot of those tournaments in the preseason. It's a 1-point game now for Yacht Club. Their lead has fallen a good bit.
Yeah, it's I mean, we talked about it. Yacht Club can't get complacent. One thing that they are still doing a great job of, and other than a few mishaps here and there, they've done a really good job of neutralizing Trey Hyman's impact on this game.
Really
that's an Irish spring green there, B-Ron. That was beautiful.
That was Ronnie Shanahan who got that one to fall. He's been a very reliable part of the offense. When he's gotten his chances to shine, he definitely has. He's been one of those kids who could play for any other team and start, and I think be a solid contributor, but instead decided to come here to Bay Area and take a bit of a back seat, perhaps. And Adam Mack said, "Get that out of here." But no, DeMarco Graham got the block on that. Oh, my apologies. But Yacht Club was it the other way, though. Yacht Club trying to go inside. Got the foul on Trey Hyman. As an update, that was Ramon Escobar who got the block on the previous play there for Yacht Club.
Great hustle defense, didn't give up on the play, didn't let him go get an easy bucket, got back and didn't foul, just got a nice block there. Great contest. I mean, that's what you want out of your players. That's what you want out of your guys. You come in, give that effort. I want to backtrack something you said about Ronnie Shanahan being one of those guys that can probably start for a lot of other teams in the league. I think there's a lot of guys on both of these teams that can not just start, but there's guys I think could be the #1 guy or stars for a lot of teams. I think that just goes to show how loaded some of these teams. Tyshawn Ism, he's getting the start tonight, but for a lot of the season, he's been a guy who come off the bench for them. Tyshawn Ism is a guy who could be a star front court player for a lot of teams. I mean, he's very talented. Gray Willis is the biggest example, one of the biggest examples of that in SimWorld to me. Trey Willis could be a #1 on some teams, and he could be a guy who I think could score 15, 16, 17 a game. I mean, he is that talented. He's quick. He's got an outside game. He's got a game driving to the hoop. But it's kind of that idea that some of the best teams, what's great about them is there's not so much that line in the sand between the starters and the guys who come off the bench. They're all just players, part of a rotation. And I think that's what makes some of the more successful teams so successful.
Exactly. Got a good game here in our hands. We'll see if the Bay Area Breakers can hold on to the lead and win it at home. They're up by 1, 45-44. Come back with the final quarter here at the Bay Bridge Athletic Center.
Playing jazz.
Playing jazz.
Smoothie.
Making smoothie.
Calendar.
No meetings today. Remember, tandläkare at 9:30.
Fire off.
Fire off.
Open door.
Door open.
Sånn. Så skal vi sette en til.
Ja. Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Repeat that.
Open door.
I didn't understand that.
Hey, open door.
Play on the floor.
Get over the floor. Open the door.
Wrong voice command. Error.
Hey there, with a rock. Open door. Open door.
Higher volume. Higher.
You know, Siege, I'm so glad we're here in the fourth quarter. We got a game in our hands this time to start the fourth quarter, because now I can say it's fourth quarter time. Put those scores up, everyone. Woo! We have a 1-point Bay Area Breaker lead, 45-44. This can go either way. Yacht Club has controlled the pace for most of it, but Bay Area got back into it in the second half and has himself a 1-point lead to begin the fourth quarter. What's it going to take for them to pull out the win here, Steve?
Oh, I think they got to get back to doing what they were doing, just that tight defense. Don't lose hope. Don't go off what you've been doing all game just because Bay Area made that comeback. Keep doing what's working. Stay tight with the game plan. You knew this was going to be a tight game if you were going to get the win. Tough to blow a team like Bay Area out, so don't get discouraged by this little comeback that Bay Area posed. Just keep playing your game, and if they can get another one of those leads late in the fourth, that's going to be how they can win it.
Yeah, the important thing is it's a manageable game right now. You're not down 10. You know, now you're up 1 again. So, you know, for all that work, you know, you have the lead again. They have to maintain it, and that's a great start right there, getting a tough layup to fall. 48-45. Yacht Club out in front. 3-ball, good!
Ricky
O'Neal. Big time 3-ball there. Tying the game up at 48. And there's 6:40 left in this one. Yacht Club can't answer there. But Bay Area looking to respond and take the lead once again. They do, as that one rattles in. Sean Hyman getting that one to fall. Yacht Club working quickly up the court here. No shot clock winding down under about 10 seconds there. Great speed there from Ari, the Hart, to get by his man and get to the 10 for 2.
Got right by him there.
Beautiful speed, quickness there from Garrett Hart.
Ooh, great cut.
Oh, Trey Hyman couldn't finish the dunk though.
And he just seems a little out of it this game. He has not been his usual self all game.
Yeah, hasn't been the aggressive Hyman we're used to seeing. Been a little bit lax, a little bit past maybe tonight, but there goes that man again, Garrett Hart. Getting another bucket for him. Yeah.
He's showing up another guy for Yacht Club that can get it done. They got a lot of those.
They sure do, and they're going to need all of them to come up with wins here tonight, I think, Siege.
Definitely. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. They've done a great job neutralizing the focal point of Bay Area and Trey Hyman and the impact he makes, both honestly on the offensive and defensive side. They've done a great job with that, but if they can just keep it up, like I said, just keep playing their game. Don't get frazzled. The lights are on. It's late in the fourth. This is game time. Garrett Hart grabbing the board over Trey Hyman. That
is pure effort. That's the effort play right there.
Absolutely.
You know, that's one of those things that you don't see a lot of happen, but when it does, you go, oh, that's impressive, because those things that get you noticed by other teams, colleges at the next level eventually when you get to that point, they're looking for that sort of stuff. There's a 3 from Bay Area. Can't get it to fall. Still a 2-point Yacht Club lead here. 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
And B-Ron, there's something that you made that's an effort play comment, and that definitely is an effort play. Something my coach when I played in high school used to tell everyone was effort defense will get you on the court. Any kind of skill you have will keep you on the court.
Right, exactly. I like that. That's good. And that also goes to something that we've seen over the course of the season and over the last couple of weeks, I'd say. A lot of players talking about playing time, lack of it, getting minutes, that kind of stuff. And my philosophy on that is you can complain and talk about getting minutes, but what you do with those minutes is what matters.
Absolutely.
And the Yacht Club are making the most of their minutes on the court here tonight. They have continued to be aggressive, getting to the basket and getting those dunks, those high percentage looks that you need to stay in the lead or stay around competitive in a game like this. Trey Hyman.
There's Trey.
Yep, he didn't get the alley-oop finished on the tap, but managed to get his own rebound and finish it that way. Hard with it, getting by, layup, no good. Had a finish behind the back move there, but just couldn't finish it. And a steal by the Yacht Club. Great way to be in the passing lane as well. Now Hart, pull-up jumper, no good.
Hart's confident with it right now, but maybe look for a better shot right now. The clock's your best friend right now. Kind of waste some of that.
Use it to your advantage, or else that's going to happen as the Breakers cut it to 2. Yacht Club will take a timeout here. 56-54. We are going to take a quick break. Come right back here for the last 2:34 of the fourth quarter. welcome back. 2:34 to go in this one. Bay Area's put on a bit of a press here, coming out of the timeout, as the Yacht Club leads by 2. And they seem to ramp up the aggression here on defense, Siege.
Absolutely, it's what they got to do here.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Be a little more aggressive on defense, trying to force some turnovers, force some mistakes from the Yacht Club, and get out and run in transition to get those easy, quick buckets. Now down 4. Look at Hyman. Step back, 3 ball, not good. Really difficult shot. Not the one you want at this stage of the game.
Not at all. Now you give a chance for Yacht Club to extend their lead here.
Yeah, we gotta look for better shots to see if Yacht Club can get a better one. They do get a foul though.
On Trey.
Yes, on Trey Hyman. So Tyshawn Ism will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws and get them to 60 points potentially. Will this be a first to 69 scenario with minute 42 left, Siege?
I would be surprised if one of these teams got to 69, but if a team could burst out enough points to get to 69 right now, I feel confident that they would win this game. So
I have to agree with you there. At this stage of the game, yeah, it's highly unlikely, but you know, we've seen crazy things happen before in some more hoops. Yeah, because the Breakers do lead the league in scoring. They're at 75.9, and they're being, right now they're 54 points, Siege, so this is way below their average.
yeah, and I think we can definitely contribute to that. We've talked about it all night. The defense of Yacht Club has been impressive tonight. They did a good job of identifying what they wanted to do. They wanted to neutralize Trey Hyman's impact. They've done a great job of it for the most part. You know, if you look at the stats after, Trey Hyman's probably still going to have, especially after that, he's doing it now, and that's what we talk about, can't get complacent. But look at the stats after, Trey Hyman probably is still going to look pretty good. But if you watch this game, you've seen that he has not been as impactful as he usually is for most of the game. So they've done a great job of that. It's shown up on the scoreboard. It's shown up in some of the transition buckets they've been able to get.
Ooh, mean block there from Hyman. And you know, if for some reason Bay Area does indeed lose this game, even with the stats Hyman has put up tonight, you can bet that some of these Yacht Club players will let him hear it after the game and on social media and then he's following as well. With all the things he was saying earlier today on social media.
I mean, you know me, Ron, I'm not big on getting into all the chatter, I like to call it rat poison that is the discourse sometimes. Sometimes, you know, you gotta talk your stuff, you gotta talk your game, but sometimes you just gotta go out there and play, and I'm sure that they're gonna let him hear it after talking all that if they can pull out the win here.
Exactly, and there's a fancy finish that's not a finish at all, instead it's a miss. Bay Area, chance now with it here. Corner up and good. This is 2, just the 2. Oh, the 3, 2-point game. Yacht Club holding on to a swim lead.
Right by him.
5 seconds. Got to get by him, but it's ejected and snatched out of the air as well by Trey Hyman. That was an NBA 3 kind of block, Siege.
That looked like it was straight out of NBA Jam.
Just snatched it right out of the sky. And the final few seconds are taken away. Jumper, no good, off the rim.
What's he doing?
1 second left in the game.
Oh.
Chip foul. And we're going to see a free throw attempt here coming up with Boyle. That's rough.
I mean, you get the ball in the highest percentage scoring area with one of the guys who's the best down there in Trey Hyman. He's got to just go up with that. I think we talked about he doesn't seem like he's fully in it tonight. It seems like he's almost somewhere else mentally for a lot of the game. But hey, that's going to keep the door open there with that missed free throw. But right there, we saw that he was worried about that 3-second violation. But he's just got to go up with that.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. More concerned about getting the call with 3 seconds, which again, like, it makes sense given the situation, but you still have to go up, I think, and risk getting that 3-second call at that stage of the game. Here we are now. We saw the timeout get called. There's 1 second left, Siege. They're getting the ball at half court. What's got to happen here?
I mean, you gotta find a shooter here. You gotta get something going off a screen. But Trey Hyman, it's tricky having Trey Hyman in this game right now. You almost want to say pull Trey Hyman out of the game, get 5 shooters in there, but realistically, you're gonna have Trey Hyman inbound the ball. He's a big guy. He just gotta make the right pass. You get someone coming off a screen. Yeah, they've got a slew of guys who you'd be okay with taking this shot. Ricky O'Neal's hit a couple shots today. He could be a sneaky one because he's probably not a guy they're going to key in on. Guys like Royce Anderson or Caden Shipp are probably the guys that they're going to kind of lock in on and make sure they don't get the shot. So that's going to open up the opportunity for a guy like Ricky O'Neal. We saw Ronnie Shanahan hit a 3 or 2, and someone like that's going to have to slip out. You know, we talk about movement, make that right movement to get open, get the ball ready to shoot, knees bent, elbows ready, just put it up. I mean, you got to see what you can do here.
Yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen here very soon. As we got the inbound incoming. You got 1 second left in the game. This, depending on the look they get, will decide if Bay Area extends their win streak, if Yacht Club snaps their losing streak, or we go into overtime.
Here we go. And here we do. We do have Trey Hyman inbounding the ball. You're going to have the 7-foot max trying to blur his vision.
Yep, we'll see. Here we go off the inbound play. Do they throw up here? Caden Shipp in the corner, but they can't get a shot off.
He fumbled the ball. He just had it kind of bounced off his hand. He didn't get a good handle on that one, and he just didn't get a chance to get the shot up.
And get the shot up. So that means the Yacht Club snap their losing streak and win 61-58. And they go to 8-9 on the season. Meanwhile, the Breakers will fall to 13-6 on the season. Well, for everybody here, Siege, where we go? Player of the game.
Ooh.
Who you got?
Ooh. I'm gonna go. Give me Jay Laster. Give me Jay Laster.
All right, Jay Laster sounds good. For everybody else here for Siege, I'm B-Ron. Have a good night.